Matter of fact, they said that he died while he was on the set.
Yeah.
He was on Luke Cage. He was on Luke Cage. He was on Oz.
Yeah.
Oz, that's what I'm saying.
Oz was his biggest role because he was
Yeah.
on Oz like every episode. If y'all saw Oz.
And I think
remember
he's
that.
the
A
only
lot of
black
people
man
don't
that was
know.
on
A lot
Oz
of
and
people-
didn't get naked.
Yeah, right. A lot of people don't know that Orange is the New Black. That was the spinoff. It was inspired by Oz because it was a female brother.
Yeah.
Right. So, but he was a regular. Actually, his character
Wasn't
was
his
a
name
poet.
Poet?
Yeah,
His name
Arnold the
was
Poet. Right.
Oh yeah, that was my show. I watched the whole thing.
He also
What was the name of his original group though?
Huh?
Vibes Chameleons. Vibes Chameleons. Yeah.
Hey, who did he play in Luke Cage?
He was a character named Squabbles. He was Luke Cage.
Yeah. He was
cellmate
Squabble.
somewhere.
He was Squabble.
like that.
Yeah, the dude that was, yeah.
What was Orange is the New Black? What's that about?
That's females.
Women in
like
jail.
Oz was the females in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, they wear the orange. They wear the orange khakis.
Right.
They have the transvestite guy or
What's Laverne
Cox.
Well, yeah, because I did a thing for 4 years at Rikers, and I worked in Rose Singers, which is a female facility. Yeah. And I used to go to the fourth floor every time I go there and work with the young ladies who were like they were like from 16 to like 18. And one day when I went one Saturday, the correction officer said, "You're not gonna go to the fourth floor today. You're going to the sixth floor." I said, "What's on the fourth floor?" They said, "I thought they were." I said, "What's on the fourth floor? Are they renovated or something?" They said, "No, that's for the trans." I said, "For the what?"
Right.
They said, that's for. So I said, "So the prison system endorses these brothers who are acting like they're women, and they had the whole fourth floor." So I had to go on there.
That's a fact. Okay.
Huh?
In juvenile detentions as well. In Rosie's as well as Horizons, Crossroads. Okay. I would see them in the girls' dorm.
Wow.
Man,
They're doing too much.
All they're doing is endorsing that crap.
Of course.
But hey, well, the feminization of the black male has been ongoing since we got here.
It was going on the Middle Passage, on the boat.
On the boat.
People don't want to talk. We don't usually talk about. We know that our women were raped by this cracker, but we don't talk about the boys and men that were raped by this cracker. Yeah,
that's right.
Look, there's the reason why gay in the Caribbean is such a taboo, man.
Right.
Okay. That buck breaking, that buck dancing.
That's right. That's right.
My mother, I spoke to my mother today, and she was saying, I'm reading where they got some priests. They have the advertising about if you were sexually abused by a priest. I said, yes, mommy. I said, everybody knows you don't want your child to be no altar boy.
I thought I should. I see those commercials all the way up here in Rochester. What's up, Farrah?
What's up, Nikki?
Everybody?
What's up, Nikki?
What's up?
I'm all the way from Rochester over here in Canada, God damn it. Rochester. But listen, I'm not going to talk because I'm not a black male, but I did bring my friend Chai the Realist, who is a black male, so we're now ready to start spitting. This young brother here, he's in my film. He is going to light fire underneath some ass. You hear me? Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm not a black male.
I know you got a whole nerve to have a microphone in your truck. I know that.
I see. Ready.
Hey, talking about microphone feed. Microphone for real.
That's dope. Wow.
I was a fiend before I became a teen. Metal microphone.
Right.
And
getting back to Mums, he was also he appeared in Bamboozled as well.
Yeah.
He was part of the Mau Mau's with most definitely.
That's right.
Yes.
Him and Most. Yeah.
It was called Bamboozle?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
The Spike Lee.
Yeah, the Spike Lee joint. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Most represented, man. Represented. Another 68ers, by the way. He's December 18th, 68.
68.
Oh, he's a Sagittarian.
Yeah, Sagittarian. The wonderful Sagittarians that can do everything.
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 Yeah.
That was Most.
Matter of fact, they do so much they don't know what to do.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the masters of none.
Yes.
All right, are we live now?
Yeah,
Yes.
live. You can start whenever you want.
Yes, because she
Okay.
sent the link.
All right, well, if we're live, we're gonna get to start because today's a big day. My niece asked me if I had a poem dedicated to the Black man, and so I told her that I'm sure I had written a poem about man in general, and that wasn't gonna fly. But I told Juanita also, I said, well, I got a little time between now and 5. I think I knocked something out. So I knocked something out. So I got something for y'all because as I was saying earlier, Black men, I don't know too many poems dedicated to Black men.
No.
There's a whole lot of poems dedicated to the Black woman. But then every Black man knows that a Black woman is poetry unto herself. That's automatic.
Yeah.
You know? So you are the absolute essence of poetry. And black men will sit on a corner and just watch your poetry walk by. I mean,
hey, we can hear the drums when she walks by.
Absolutely.
Peace already.
they got no. I'm serious. If you ever go to Tallahassee, what's the school in Tallahassee? Florida A&M.
FAMU.
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 We had a gig at FAMU, and they got a walkway there, like they call the main walk. And I'm there with the brothers because they talking to me because they all fans of the last poets and whatnot. Our gig wasn't until it was at the Arcade Center later on that night. But during the day, and I'm looking at these sisters. This is Tallahassee. This is Florida. These sisters are wearing heels, and they are strutting down this main path. All the brothers are lined up along the path, just watching. It was
flashback.
And I'm looking at the brothers and say, wow. I said, what y'all doing? They said, oh, we just chilling. And then I see what they're doing. And I stood there and I did the same thing. And the sisters are putting on a show. I mean, they walking in heels like they walking down Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
And it's damn near a dirt path.
Just going to class, just going to
sir.
Going about their business.
HBCU life.
This wasn't a fashion show, Pops. They were just going about their business.
Oh, shoot.
They were just going to class. It wasn't no fashion show, but it was a fashion show, Pharaoh. It really was.
Yeah.
The fashion show is when the football games start. That's the fashion show.
The business pages have to wear business attire.
Yeah.
And they have one of the best business schools in the country.
Right.
What FAMU?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I discovered in Goma? I didn't know this. You know who went to FAMU? And if you go to the archives building, it's all about Althea Gibson, baby.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Althea Gibson. Althea Gibson wrote a letter to the football coach and wanted to be on the football team. He said, you know, you can't be on the football team. And so he said, what makes you think you can help the team? He says, I can outrun all the players.
I'm sure.
That's right.
All you got to do, I'll just run down the field and just throw me the ball. I'll catch it.
I know he thought twice about it.
I know a few squads that could have used that.
I didn't realize that Althea Gibson was a great athlete. She didn't just play tennis. She did a lot of stuff. Because after she stopped playing tennis, she became a golfer.
Yeah. Well, you know, Muhammad Ali had a big crush on her. He was trying to hit on her.
He had a crush on Wilma Rudolph.
Oh, it was Wilma Rudolph, right? Okay.
Not Althea. And they were, because they were in the Olympics together.
Yeah.
And when Ali tried to crack a woman, Wilma Rudolph said, "Champ, you're a good-looking guy. And I know you're the heavyweight champion and you're beautiful, but you ain't getting none of this."
No.
And Wilma was a dime. Oh, she was so fine. Yeah. And Champ really wanted to get with her, but she said, "No way, Jose."
One of the things I like about Wilma,
Ali
when they was talking about her, they asked her, like when she was in that, I guess it was the 440, and she said, either I catch the Russian because the US was losing, or I got to come to the '64 Olympics. She said, I caught the Russian. I walked her ass down.
That's right.
Yes.
No, she had bullet, and she wore the braces.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and start with the pledge, Pop.
Althea.
I know the story.
It's my Althea Gibson.
All right, and listen, let's get started, and so we can go ahead and hear some of this poetry.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that. We got the pledge
Okay,
up on
we
it.
official now. Oh, okay.
Woo.
We screenshot. Okay. Oh.
Got the pledge up on the screen. Oh, my Lord. All right, y'all, let's do it together. Let's get down.
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute.
1, 2, 3. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters grow. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery. Because I'll be strong, turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art, even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I'll give you a lift. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being here. Know that you're blessed for being here. Know that we're blessed for being here. And know that we are blessed.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I don't know who did that, but
coordinate that for a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
With the presentation, that's nice. Very nice. Huh?
Me.
Yes.
All right, Ade. Thank you, Ade. Thank you. Yeah.
Now we just got to work on our coordination because with the time lapse, we sounded like a whole bunch of white people trying to clap in church.
Because of the time lapse, it's always best just to do the last word.
Right, you guys have to do the last words.
Yeah.
We sounded like we did it when we went to my grandmother's church for her 90th birthday.
Oh, gosh.
We went to the church and we practiced the song and we sound perfect, right, Pharaoh?
Yeah, we
because
did.
we went to the church to surprise her and we were all in the back of the church. She didn't know we were there. Yeah. We rehearsed this song. Yeah. While singing the song, Uncle Doom was to read a poem.
Right, that's right. Matter of fact,
it was not a dry eye in the room. We was all, don't forget the fact. Uncle Doom.
Matter of fact, remember the minister? Juanita, remember the minister kept on saying, now, Mother Dawson, don't turn around. Don't look to the back.
Right.
Yes.
She sits in the front.
Right up here. There's everything right up here. Here's the ministry. Here's our Lord right here. All right, sing. Look over here, Sister Dawson.
But at the end, the best part, the minister noticed, he said, look at her, 90 years old. She is walking her family out. Her family ain't carrying her in a box. So he was like, and we all, it was about 40 of us, all
that's right.
at her church.
It was a beautiful moment.
Singing that song.
That's right. All right, well, let's move on.
Okay.
Of course, everybody Mums was about life. And so, and I'm really, it breaks my heart that as old, because you're not as old as me, but the older you get, the more people you know are gonna leave. And every time one of the folks that you loved and that you knew checks out, a part of us, we lose a part of ourselves in that moment. Yeah. And the fact is that we have to reverse that. We need to gain something because we've been taught by midgets. These people don't understand one thing about life and death. And we need to recognize that there's no such thing as dying if you're an African person. You don't die. Life is a continuation. Mums is not dead. He's moved on to another dimension. He's doing whatever he's supposed to be doing in the other place where he's at, the other world that he's in. But death is nothing. We look at it like it's the most morbid thing. It's the saddest thing. And consequently, many of us are scared to death of dying. And that will kill you quicker than anything, just the fear alone. So we really have to get a grip on all that. It's not about dying. We don't die. But we do prepare for the next world by doing good work in the world we're in. I I honestly think that if you are acting like a dog in life, you might come back as a dog. If you're acting like a roach and you always involved with somebody's stuff on a sneaky tip, you may come back like a roach. So I think that your attitude about who you are, how you perform with this particular life that we have has a direct response to the next life that you're going to get. That's just my feelings. This is an idea. I don't know, but from a poet's mindset and from where I'm sitting, that's what I think. But anyway, let's move on. And now we had is Kumo here? I'm the brother that you mentioned that didn't get a chance to read last time.
No, I don't see him.
Okay.
We'll let you know when we see Kokomo if he comes in today, because I know he didn't get to spit.
Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. Well, VCR's here, and as Clarity is here, and so is Shelly. That I can never mistake that voice, Shelly. Your voice, that voice is so captivating. My Lord. Woo.
And we got a new person with Nikki.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right. Nikki's here.
Microphone.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You got Nikki. Does your friend have a poem about a black man?
Yes, he's a black man. And it's about a black man, Daniel Prue. Daniel Prue was killed here in Rochester, New York, with a hood over his head. He was having a mental health breakdown. And what happened is the Rochester Police Department killed the black man, then turned around. We got a black man. They hid the freaking murder for 6 fucking months. And then we had Letitia, what's her name, James? Letitia James came from Brooklyn up here. The state attorney general tried to sort shit out, and they still have not freaking charged the fucking cops. These motherfuckers is working around. So I'm fucking pissed. I'm doing a fucking film, and it's called Rochester. Rochester. Because I'm from New York, I'm from Harlem, and that's how we say it up here. So
no one has been charged. No one's been charged with that?
Nobody's been charged. No, nothing. And now Joe Prude, his brother, I got an interview with him, and Aquila Bay, whose 10-year-old was kidnapped by the Rochester police. They handcuffed a 10-year-old, dude, a 10-year-old. Then they turned around and maced a 9-year-old little fucking girl. Rochester police is off the fucking hook. I'm doing a fucking film.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is gonna keep on happening until we're gonna have to do something to put a stop to it. I mean, I know that they got us online.
Absolutely.
Expose them.
We got to do something because they're just looking at us like we're ducks in an arcade center. I mean,
exactly, but they doing it to the babies now. It's like they graduated from the black men, and that's the reason why he did this song and his poetry. It's fucking slamming because you know I don't do poetry, right, Juanita? And she asked me, I was like, no, I don't know what to do, but I tried. And
what's the brother's name?
Oh, Shy is the realist. Shy. I'm sorry, I'm old.
Well, it's nice to meet you, brother. Let me hear your poem, man. Go ahead.
Your music? Go ahead. Get your music. Get
yourself together. Take your time.
Do the song.
You know how to mix drinks?
It's live. This is you.
Coke is in the refrigerator.
All right. I wrote this song after George Floyd when I was in Los Angeles, New York.
Speak louder. Speak louder.
When I was in Los Angeles, I wrote this song.
Okay.
Right after I found out that the murder for Daniel Prue was uncovered. And this song was my chance to fight back.
All right.
I realized that as an artist, sometimes my fighting isn't just being out there in the streets, but my fighting is with my pen. And this song is called Flipping Shit Over.
All right.
Flipping shit over. Yeah.
Say pen inspired song. Everybody want to know what time I'm on. The peace inside is gone. Being for police was my alarm. They pushed me, think that we pussy. We'll take a look, see, I was inside the thong. Double smoke, I want an entire bomb. My response, I'm flipping all the shit over. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear it. Go ahead.
I'm flipping all the shit over. For Daniel Prue, I'm flipping all the shit over. Hey, I'm flipping all the shit over. Hey, Maybe I'm Tyson, maybe I'm wildin', maybe I'm way more Newton than Dagger. Martin's ashamed, but Malcolm is prouder. This is America. Maybe I'm childish, I'm feeling anger. I'm from Chicago, maybe I'm Hampton, maybe I'm Bobby. They tried to silence us, turn up the volume. Real niggas don't die, they all live inside me. I grew up thinking Hakuna Matata, then I turned on my haikus in the tropics. I had dreams to turn my tuna to lobster. I grew my locks, turned to a shotter. I remember hardly seeing my father from a foster home like niggas in Cotter. I was drinking shit way harder than pina colada when I was harassed by the cops. I need a prayer and not a cop that's employed by the mayor. Crazy that they put their foot on the neck. Some black people can't even put foot on the table. Arrest the police that kill Breonna Taylor. Arrest the police that kill Breonna Taylor. Arrest the police that kill Breonna Taylor. Justice for Breonna Taylor. All flipping all the shit out. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, I'm flipping all the shit out. If you're mad inside, I'm right now. Put your fist up. I'm flipping all the shit out. I'm flipping all the shit out.
The crowd jumped onto the vehicle and took that vehicle and flipped it over as police rushed in.
Attention everybody with a deuce. Got a new song y'all can loot to. Make sure that it's fruitful. Niggas don't need another TV or a Bluetooth. People get mad about Target, but we've been Target, it's mutual. They don't need a reason to shoot you. Put your hands up. Black people need a new plan of attack. Stop giving power to the man in the hat. Don't give a damn if you fan of my raps. Don't let another white man stand on our backs. Everyone watching don't gotta record. Love me way more than you fear being black. They weaponize hate, we weaponize love. If this is war, then we gotta stay strapped. They say pen inspire song. Everybody wanna know what time I'm on. The peace inside is gone. Being for police was my alarm. They pushed me, think that we pussy. We'll take a look see. That was inside the thumb. Don't smoke, I want to tie your bone. My response, I'm flipping all the shit out. I'm flipping all the shit out. But Sandra Bland, I'm flipping all the shit out. For George Floyd, I'm flipping all the shit out.
I mean, there's some fish and chips in there if you want to eat.
They have weaponized hate, and I'm here to tell y'all we got to weaponize love. Until we believe that we truly love each other, weaponize it, use it as a weapon. I love you to kill for it. Because until we believe that, they're going to keep their knees on our necks. They're going to keep their bullets in our flesh. They're going to keep their foot on our back. And we're going to get a bunch more cell phone videos of our brothers and sisters being brutalized. Because I got to love you enough to tell that motherfucker, if you don't get your knee off my brother's neck, we'll tear this bitch up. Period.
They say pen inspire song. Everybody wanna know what time I'm on. They say pen inspire song. Everybody wanna know what time I'm on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Nobody go to Walmart and flip everything over.
Find somebody good here? What do you think, Joan? Huh? What do you think about him? Huh?
Look at Nikki.
Unmute Pops. Yeah. Unmute real quick.
Sarah, I got a thumbs up. That's
That's
right.
what's up.
Yes.
Get that shit out, buddy.
How you gonna grab the mic and make that face? Don't do that.
Strong, baby. Strong. Yeah, that was strong. That was strong, man.
Yeah.
Evan, can you press the unmute button?
Pops on mute. He ain't even on
My
that.
chest is on fire.
My young G, how old are you, first of all?
I'm 27 years old.
27.
Okay.
And I heard in your lyrics, you said you from Chicago?
I was born in Chicago. I was raised my whole life in Rochester, New York.
Okay, all right, cool. Now it's funny because I'm a big police reform guy, like outside of this poetry shit, and I rap too, and all this, but I'm a big police activist. Now, a lot of people didn't know, like Rochester, like what sister just said, like a lot of people didn't know how grimy Rochester is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Rochester's super grimy, and now these couple of little publications you got. I'm glad that you're using your creativity. I was gonna say for a young person, but at 27, you really ain't that young. You know, you grown. It ain't like you 21.
All right,
you know?
thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it's good that you using your voice to push in that direction, because of course you already know what else is out there in terms of you could just be talking about trapping or whatever else.
Right.
So that's beautiful. That song right there, it even though you rhyming in the car with auntie microphone in the truck. Even despite all that, the passion came through. Like, if this was some American Idol shit like that, I'm flipping all the shit over. That's
well, we did a video.
That shit is.
I did a small video. Jamal, I did a video. It's on my Facebook page, and it's him and this crowd of people for Daniel Prude Day. So all of y'all can go to my page and see that. That's for Daniel Prude. And check that out, because we're gonna try to use that, but we may have to reenact that again.
But when you say you did a video, you got a YouTube link? Or we gotta find it on your Facebook?
For Nicole Levon on the Facebook.
On the Facebook, but you don't have a YouTube link.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna put one up. Oh damn.
Yeah, help out auntie, cuz. Help out auntie, cuz. All right, you got to get that video on YouTube.
Yeah, the joint is so is the energy you got in there, bro. We feel you first before we hear anything. We feel
that's right.
And then
that's right.
I mean, and even the hook, you know, the implications of even you know, Matthew 21:12 with Jesus overturned the tables. Yeah, you know that everybody's probably familiar with that story. How Jesus went into the, you know, and overturned the tables and shit.
Right,
so, right. So, and I'm flipping all this shit over. I mean, there's just so many. I mean, it's just full, brother, full of imagery, and I just love it. Awesome. Do everything you can with that song, brother. Everything. Pop, what you think?
I think it's wonderful, and you know what? I would think that with all the stuff that we've experienced in the last few years, a lot of the rappers should be dealing with those issues.
Exactly. Like, where's the voice? I mean, come on. I mean, I was so stunned. I love this young man, because I was like, you know, I was missing Harlem because, you know, there's a lot of phony niggas up here. But anyways, nonetheless, it's always good. And you kept telling me, Dune, 2 days ago, I was having a mental breakdown. You said, Nikki, stay focused. Please stay focused.
Right.
And the ancestors are they're gonna find you. And there they did. They brought me Shango right here. So
that's good. Well, I thank you, brother, and we needed to hear what you had to say. Thank you so much.
Say his name again? Jamal, you mentioned something that was really good. That's good advice for him, and that track you got. You promoted to other established artists. They would love to get on there, do 16 bars on there, because you already got the theme, and everybody can relate to that. And that's how you get on. You know what I'm saying? You got something good.
So if anybody knows anybody that Pharaoh, you let the man know he's on Try the Realist on Facebook and Instagram, and help that brother out. And all of y'all.
Nikki, say his handle, say his IG, say all your stuff right now.
Try the Realist.
Not even say it. Somebody's gonna have to send it to me, because look, I'm an old man too. But
who's that?
You know what's so messed up is that Frederick Douglass is buried up there in Rochester.
Yep, I took you there. Remember, Doom?
I remember. That's Nikki. And Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony.
Yep, Susie B. and Freddie D.
Matter of fact, people said that they knew each other.
They did. They had tea together. I don't know. We don't know, sir.
Man, I love that. Damn, I love that.
All right, let's move right along. All right, who's next? So you got 2 years older than me? I want to hear somebody else now that we're dealing with. That was a very important piece, and we need to flip everything around. That's one of our gifts, is flipping shit. We did that with the language, and we've done that in a myriad of ways, but we need to go deeper, because we're still struggling unnecessarily, and we're not going to get any justice. I mean, I feel sorry for the folks in Minneapolis looking for justice beyond what happened to George Floyd. Those cops should have been charged with first-degree murder, mainly because that cop that put his knee on George Floyd's neck, they had a previous relationship. He was a cop in a spot where George Floyd was a bouncer, and he was doing something that was out of order, and George Floyd stepped to him and told him to stop it, and he never forgot that. So he had put George Floyd on as a target from way back. That story has not been revealed to the public too much.
Yeah. A lot of folks heard it. Who's that talking?
That's me. June. Chai wanted to say one thing about moms real quick before he left.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to pay my respect to moms. I started doing poetry.
It's 60% right now.
I'll say 5-6 years ago, and the day that I began doing slam poetry and spoken word, it was the day that I saw Ploylessness. And he's always been responsible for me becoming the poet that I am today, which has catapulted my artistry.
Wow, that's crazy. Ploylessness. You saw on that poetry jam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of Mom's pieces. Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's been.
Did you do a piece about the roach?
Nah, Ploylessness is another piece. Yeah. That's another piece called
Ploylessness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Def Poetry Jam 3 times. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Dope. Yeah. Dope.
Everything that we mentioned that mums did is a reason for mums to be immortal, because that's how you claim immortality in this world we're living in. You've got to do the work, and your work will be here long after you're gone.
Yep, you gotta leave some work. If the Egyptians didn't teach us nothing, right? If the Egyptians didn't teach us anything, you got to leave some work.
Right, exactly. Look what the Egyptians did. Lord have mercy. They got some stuff that will outlast the Empire State Building and all the other buildings forever. I mean, they can't touch a pyramid. And how did they get a rock that's, because I think they said that each of those stones weighed over a ton.
Yeah.
How did they get those rocks up and the pyramids are 60 feet tall?
Yeah.
How did they get a rock that weighs a ton 60 feet in the air? And they had no crane.
Well, you know that wasn't Africans, that was aliens.
That was aliens, right. E.T. and them. E.T. and them. Right.
All right, let's move right along. All right, do we have who we got a sister here? I want to hear something about the black man today. I'm very interested to hear that. Where's the sister?
Mo Clarity, Labria,
Mo Clarity, come on, Mo Clarity.
Shelly, all of them.
Where you at, baby?
She there.
Oh, I'm here. I enjoyed all the conversation.
The theme is black man. Let me hear you, baby.
Okay. First off, okay. Well, peace, brothers. Peace, brothers. Greetings to all.
Peace, queen.
And my sisters too, of course. Okay. This is a really short one today, Baba. So, but it was written, from the aspect of speaking to a brother. So it's in there. It's in there. A hypothetical brother. Lyrically speaking, when I'm away from you, the moments, they pass too slowly. Like each second in time has surpassed eternity. When we're apart, I busy my mind with our memories. They pass in and out, calm and free, like a soft breeze. When we connect, it's like lightning and thunder. It's so explosive, electric, and just full of wonder. I reach peaks as high as mountains, flowing freely in the bottomless fountains. Yes, when we connect, we collide, releasing everything that is trapped inside. It's like you complete my sentences, form my words. You understand my thoughts that only my silence once heard. You challenge my spirit and give it flight. You inspire my soul to feel these songs, these poems that I write. When we're not together, nothing seems right. But when we unite, there's this spark that just ignites. It ignites this passion in the soul that makes it all bright and radiates in a true love for you, King, are the love of my life.
Woo, baby. More clarity.
She's in a healthy relationship.
You are in a healthy relationship. My son just made that clear.
No. I have proof of it. This was written. This is something written in 06, April 21st of 06 to be exact. There was no.
What you said? You was in a healthy relationship.
so that's in the past.
No.
Ain't nothing happening now.
Hey, Pops, she had to get more clarity about the situation. She had to get more clarity about the situation.
Shelly, help!
Doing your own queen.
She said, "No, my sister, you
Your sister's supposed to rise together. We supposed I thought we was, like with it.
No, sister, you got to get your own. You
gotta get your own. Oh goodness, there is.
We don't need to be hanging out in the past and stuff. You got to move forward, baby. You got to move forward.
Yeah.
Hey, and you got to hold on to the good, though. The thoughts, you got to hold on to the good.
There we go. I just figured, it fit with the, I said, oh yeah, I could, share this. This is with the theme. Because like I said, it was written to it wasn't any person I'm saying at that time either. It was, hypothetical, whomever. But
maybe the poem
got out of this one.
It went beneath the skin of my soul. Trust me.
Oh,
that was good. It was a compilation of all the brothers that I get it.
Absolutely,
there it is.
And all of us brothers, we love the sweat of that passion. We love it.
We love it.
Me, when I wrote this, I said that was 06. Yeah, 06. Yeah, a lot was happening. And I think I can say I was coming into myself. I'll put it that way, as far as the clarity thing and getting very much more comfortable on public stages and mics and so forth, and like open mic spots at that point as a regular. So that was what that was. I think the sisters can identify with that. You know how that happens. You tend to see you hear others, and it's like, oh,
you gotta understand, because you're talking to brothers. Any man, I don't care what his race is, if they hear a sister say what you said, they're gonna fall in love with you immediately.
Because I am wearing my Unity shirt, my Jiname. I am wearing.
All right. Thank you very much, baby. Thank you so much.
Thank you as always. Thank y'all. And now
let's
I'm
move
back
right along. Hey, Earl, I know you got something for us, Earl. Let's get you on now.
All right, peace, everybody.
Peace.
Okay. Dear disparaged Black men, besmirched till apathy is church, saviors a stalled engine. So let's examine the damage under our manhood, needing a tune-up to spark plugs, deprogramming no good, cast in a system clearly understood. Skin symbolizes sin, so where do I begin? Before, or the morning after. Subjugation didn't unofficially end, from met to netter to man not. The begots begot, 3/5 plot, convict leasing, lynching, less than predestined to be my lot in life, but I gold dig past strife to no longer stand on shaky ground. Still, white supremacy, society, has co-opted the soil around, till school is a dress rehearsal for jail. Jobs won't credit my experience at a higher sale. How can I excel when even Black women believe it's because we purposely fail? They're waiting to exhale. A hierarchy, pseudo-provoked, while I'm choked up by Black men murdered, murmuring, I breathe.
Oh, God. Man, I love Earl. Earl is dope. You know Earl.
Now, the room for improvement is the largest in the world, with the section specifically, so I work on me. So still it's plain to see, we require repair. To reunite, we gotta share free flowing communication, devoid of degradation, like a tuning fork to change the tone. Our love languages need a Rosetta Stone, because sometimes I want sex, a sandwich, and silence, and not spoon all night long. And I know you deserve your wants too. So if you want to, we can checkmate this morally bankrupt chessboard in one accord, driven by acknowledging the queen as the most powerful piece on the game. But when the king is captured, she loses just the same. Gender set-asides, genuflect the divide to the zero-sum game, not what it seems. Still, I will ascend with memories, not dreams. Less more nightmares, because they didn't play fair, splitting us apart. Becoming amour nature, my focus in life through art. Chart Black manhood in me, more than enough when I'm head and she heart. Spark Black manhood in we, to win a race our integrity never intended to start. Black manhood must be allowed full expression, accepted as a spectrum of succession. Abstract, absolute, a la carte. Ashe.
Damn, brother.
Earl.
Yes.
Yes,
We can
sir.
just close the house. Oh my God, Earl, I love you.
Put your foot
Oh
in that,
my
Earl.
God. Oh my God, Earl, that was a monster. Oh my God.
Yo.
You did not miss anything. Oh, Earl, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yo, I think Mom's expression says it all. Look at Mom's face on VCR. Like, God damn, brother.
Earl, oh my God.
Did you just
thank
say
you so, man. I'm
was
telling you,
awesome.
Earl, you are a major player on the planet, brother. God didn't make no mistake when he hooked you up, man.
Hey, so do we remember some lines? Because that was the Holy Grail, brother. Even you said the Black Queen is the most powerful piece in the game, but when the king is captured, she loses just the same. Oh my God!
Oh, is that stupid?
That was.
Earl, did you heard that? God damn!
God. Earl, and then Earl, you said, you know, keeping it real. Sometimes I just want sex, a sandwich, and silence, and I don't want to spoon all night.
You kept it real, brother. You made it real.
You gotta remember them lines, man. That's food right there. That's food, brother.
Oh my God.
Thank
you. Earl, man, you went over the top on that one, Earl. You went over the top. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I love you, brother. Always have, always will.
Thank you, man.
I'm happy you, my brother.
I'm proud of you, brother Earl. Oh, here I am. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. What's going on, Nikki?
Hey, that was a wonderful poem. I really loved that. That was just beautiful.
Hey, Shy, did you like that, Shy? Did you like that? Yeah, that's what's up.
Yes.
Absolutely. That one, I felt that one.
Thank you.
What do you got to say, McClarity? Mo Clarity, what do you got to say, baby?
Oh gosh, that were the two lines that I was stuck on too. Like definitely, I was over here glad I was muted for my snaps. The chess thing was like, okay, I got the visual was, as you said, all 5 senses. That part right there definitely epitomized that to me. I saw, felt it, heard it. Yeah. That was, ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Earl. I'm just saying, like it's Earl, but like, yeah, that
Earl, when did you do that piece? When did you do that?
Yeah, when did you do it?
Literally, y'all gave us the homework assignment on Sunday. I wrote it on Monday and spent the next week and a half just being anal about it, tweaking a line here or there. But I literally wrote it on the next day, and it was crazy because I set my my computer up on my table Sunday night, because I was like, yo, first thing tomorrow morning, I want to start on that poem. And that's how it went, man.
But you remember that you got the whole thing in your mind already.
Because, man, it's with all the things that are happening right now, Doom, man, like the status of the divine pairs being pushed and pulled and twisted. There's so many things happening right now, okay? We got the Goldman Sachs with them giving 10 billion to Black women, specifically to cast us aside. You got this Derek Jackson foolishness, all of these things that are happening to mess with us. So
what's the Jackson? I missed the Jackson thing. What's happening with that?
You don't know about Derek Jackson, Pops?
He's a relationship guru, Pops, and he's married. And then come to find out, he's been screwing on the side for his wife for like years, and it just came, and he was just found out. So you know,
So mother.
And he played himself because he should have just been a preacher.
Wait, is that the one where they have the spliffs, Pharaoh? They have the little skits? Is that the one where they have the skits and the people are acting like
everybody keeps having skits about them.
But
the thing is,
but the point is, our relations and our relationships are being really twisted, and this gender hierarchy that white supremacy has imposed in this country is creating a fissure between us. So I just wanted to, you know, when y'all gave that homework assignment, man,
it was more than a poem. It was more than a poem. Right.
I wanted to dig into that.
Yeah, it was more than a poem. Yeah, that's what I felt too.
I agree with Phil. It's more than a poem. Yeah. You can't take that and put that into the category of anything but the truth. I mean, that's what it's absolute truth.
It's a film. It's a film.
It's a film, baby. It's a film. Hey, as far as homework, hey, this is homework I want everybody to do, because Pops, you just said it's nothing but the truth. If there's one piece I think that sums up Mom's whole thing, is the piece on truth that he did on Death Poetry Jam.
Okay.
Am I right about it?
I mentioned that earlier today. I mentioned that piece.
God. Oh my! I wish it was the way we could play it on the Zoom at the end, but
we can.
Check it out. Dope, girl. Good.
But right now, actually, Juanita.
Yes.
Commercial break.
Yes. Hi.
What's up?
Go ahead, start talking. I'm gonna bring it up, Juanita.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's move right along. We've all been. What do you want to say, Juanita?
Okay.
Commercial.
We're gonna take a commercial break. Thank you all for joining. We appreciate this, and we understand that this is a healing experience for many of you. If you want to continue to keep watching our poetry open house, and you want to keep being a part of this, please donate. You can donate via PayPal to Poet Abiodun at yahoo.com. And you can also donate via Cash App if necessary. And that would be $JUALUV JUALUV. But for the Sundays at 110 open house, donations are welcome at PayPal to Poet Abiodun at yahoo.com. And please do not forget our website for gear and for information and for booking at www.thelastpoets.com. Okay. Thank you all for joining.
I know how good you are, but trust yourself. You got skills, buddy. I know you do. And
you forgot to tell everybody how the air mask drops out the front. I mean, and and the seatbelts on your left, the exits to the left and the right. You know what I mean? Shit. Bring me 2 nips and a pillow, please.
Who's next, Pops? Who next? Who next?
I like
Pick somebody.
And that was a brother that comes. I never saw Black man.
Abiodun. Pick somebody. Pick somebody.
Commercial over.
Yeah. We live.
Pick
I
someone.
love it.
All right. Well, like we got Jamal, and Jamal was here, and I know Jamal got something to say, because you see, the one thing I know about Boston Boston is up south. Fuck that shit about being up north. Those niggas in Boston, and a lot of folks don't realize this, but when the American Revolution started, who was the first person to get shot?
Crispus
Attucks.
Hello. Because you know the nigga had a big mouth. He said something. And the redcoat said, fuck that nigga, shoot that nigga. And they shot him. And that shit started the entire revolution. Because the real truth is, the colonizers didn't want to fight against the British because they didn't think they could win. They were scared to death.
I had to correct someone years ago, Pops, when they said Crispus Attucks is our first hero, our first American hero. I said he's an American hero. He's not a black hero. I said
exactly.
That's not noble for him to do that, as far as I'm concerned.
No,
that was their thing. Shit, we
exactly.
Like, really?
Just like they always want to give credit to the Tuskegee Airmen. I love the fact that some brothers could fly planes and outfly the Germans. That was wonderful. They never lost a plane. That's nice. It's like me watching a fucking basketball game and my team won the damn the tournament. Wonderful. It's entertainment, but that's not the legacy of black people. I'm sorry. The fact that we know we're good at whatever we do. All we got to do is know the rules. What are the rules? Yes. And once we understand what the rules are, we can excel. That's been given. I mean, there's a whole lot of people who have no idea that hockey was started by black folks. It's hockey, a game where you hit some goddamn little thing across the ice. Where did niggas learn how to do that? The Underground Railroad took a bunch of young people up to Canada and they had nothing to do. And there was a rat on a frozen pond and they started hitting the rat back and forth. And if you got the rat across the line, you won a point. The black kids on this underground made up a game. And that was the beginning of hockey. And I was told that whole story by a white boy sitting in an outdoor cafe in fucking Hollywood. And he says, Abiodun, I know you're into Black history and I know you know a lot of stuff, but I bet you don't know this. And he was right. I did not know about that. And when he told me the story, I was blown away. But once again, hidden figures. There is nothing. I believe we gave this whole goddamn country air to breathe. They wouldn't have nothing to breathe if we weren't here. That's why we can't go no place without those folks coming around. Be there. Nobody, we can go any place.
There's only one creation that you get credit for. There's only one creation that the white man should get credit for, and it was a strong creation. You must get this. His greatest creation is the patent office. That's his only creation.
That's right. Absolutely, bro. Because
I was gonna say fuckery, but okay.
You can create it and they can claim it.
It took all of our inventions, and I mean that's what they did. That's what they do. That's what they do. Yep, that's real talk.
But like Pharaoh, did you ever hear this little story about this sister? She actually she took a seed from an apple and planted it in the ground. And every day she'd water the seed, and the apple grew into a nice little tree, and then a big tree, and it produced some beautiful green apples. They had never had a tree that grew granny apples. So granny apples were born. All the other apples have been red, but these were granny apples. And so she said, now what are these good for? So she took the apples down and she made a pie. And everybody knows if you make apple pie, you want to use granny apples if you're gonna make the apple pie. And this pie was tasty. All the brothers and sisters that were working in the kitchen with her had to say, "Ooh, this is the best apple pie I've ever tasted in my life." So Master got a piece of that pie. And when he tasted that pie, he knew that this pie was special. And he put the pie on the market. And black folks who actually were responsible for the pie, he was charging them money. How you gonna charge the creator of including the sister who made the pie? She had to pay for it if she wanted to get a slice, if she was in a store. But that's what they do. And that's right in line with what Pharaoh's saying. The patent office. It was on my land that she found this, that she built this tree. I am responsible for that pie because it was on my land. And they claim that. And like America right now would having all this trouble about sending the folks back who are trying to get here. You stole the land, God damn it. This ain't your land. And nobody talks about that. This land was stolen. And then you killed, there were 80 million natives on this land. According to the last census report, there are 2 million natives in America. That's nothing but genocide. And we're dealing with somebody who has been a disease dispenser from the moment he got here. Now we got some white folks who are human and they understand what humanity is supposed to be about. But we got some white folks and some black folks who have decided to live in hell and worship it. And that's a problem. And that's going to continue to be a problem. The only thing I can say is that all of us who are in the audience and outside of this audience need to recognize that we must work the God spirit in us. There is a God spirit in us that knows how to combat hell. Hell ain't no problem for God, and we got to recognize that and build on that spiritual reservoir. We have a spiritual reservoir that many of you don't take no dips in. You'll be drinking water from a fucked up fountain. That's not good. We are spiritual people. I don't care what your religion, Allah, Buddha, I don't give a damn what you worship. If you believe in God, you're on the same page as I'm on. And recognize that there is a force that you are part of that we need to recognize and get to work on our behalf. And you start out with that force recognizing your ancestors, the people who were here before you. And Mums is now a member of that crew. And our ancestors are not dead. They're waiting on us to call them so they can help us do what we got to do, damn it.
Hello?
Let's be real. We have work to do, but we've got some tools. We've got some folks. We have soldiers. We are not alone. And we can win anything we put our minds to. I know that, you know that. But we need to do in our every single day activity. We've got to act like that. I'm sorry.
I say.
No.
I say.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got carried away. Listen, Ade, pick somebody, man, please.
Yeah, let's get Jamal. Let's get Jamal.
All right. And before I start, let me just say, Paul Mooney said, the white man that took everything from the black man. You know, white people, they found a piano. They found a piano in Africa. Took it back to Europe, fucked it up, put the white keys on it.
Right. That's right. Because we had the pentatonic scale, those 5 black keys. That's real talk. People don't know that.
Shit. Hilarious. All right, but all right, so
who did that?
Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney. All right, so I literally I started writing this at 4:30. It's been on my brain since, me and Juanita be talking and stuff. And, there's a lot of stuff in my mind. I deal a lot with, I'm going to say like regular depression. Like I ain't really super depressed. You know what I mean? Like, but just, it's hard out here. Life is hard. You know what I mean? And,
as long as you don't stay in the basement.
Right. Well, I'm on the first floor now. I'm on the first floor.
Yeah. That's what's up.
But so I wrote this. I wrote this today.
All right.
Black man been underappreciated, but overworked. Been underrepresented and forced to take shorts. Been overrepresented in sports and not represented at all in courts. You will represent yourself. Here is your rope. You will hang yourself and save us the trouble. Black man been idolized, ostracized, scrutinized, criticized, and reduced down to gray sweatpant dick sized. Black man been dictated and dick hated. False phallic fallacies that are really true, because I got a big dick too. And that's all that really matters with you. Let me go back.
Hey, yo.
Let me go back. Black man been idolized, ostracized, scrutinized, criticized, and reduced down to gray sweatpant dick sized. Black man been dictated and dick hated. False phallic fallacies that are really true, cause I got a big dick too. And that's all that really matter with you, ain't it? How many boxes can I move in an hour? How many bales of hey, 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 and sitcom stereotypes can I produce? How much dynamite would it take to beat John Henry's old school ass, trying to chip through a mountain with a pickaxe, when I could cut through it quicker and beat him just by being a kiss ass? And nowadays, ass is all I got to kiss. Ain't no line of women around the block, cause what I'm pumping ain't pimping, and my something ain't simping. I'm no pork salesman in a Muslim country. Nobody wants what I'm selling. They say good men are hard to find because ain't nobody looking for black men who be cooking. They in central booking, central casting, couch, big dick, ouch, lazy, slouch, big buck run amok, big bucks, big pimping, big plates, big rims, big living, small thinking, Hennessy and Heineken drinking, big booty breasts winking, latch ship done sailed sinking. Black man, the envy of the world, at the same time endangered species that could be gone without blinking. What is a black man worth? Ask a slave owner. Look at modern wealth gaps, because in a time lapse, the data tells me that I am worth $8, and my worth in slavery may have been more. Maybe I might buy myself and then just be by myself. Maybe the black man is worthless because simply he is worthless, and yet invaluable, imperfect, and flawed, and infallible. The black man is God, or at least a semblance, a slight resemblance, maybe a fraction of something that was bust down off of fragments and sectioned off into segments, but made whole. Black man, mind, body, and soul, in a world where he was told that bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, and real men don't cry, but they can die by the time that they are 18, 21, today, tomorrow. You are not allowed to show emotion or sorrow. You must keep it G. You must be a man. Keep it to yourself. Suck it up, buttercup. Take these lashes on your back. Explain these lashes in your bed. But just be sure you are on time for work in the morning, because your personal drama, your personal pain must be handled on your personal time, if ever. Black men must be seen and not heard. Shut up and dribble. Pass, bet, sing, rap, be funny, thug, make drug money, but intellect and respect, multilingual with attention to dialect, ability to analyze and dissect, quantify and intersect, just somehow in this day and age, just ain't sexy. Maybe if I bought me some gold chains and Jordans, it's gotta be the shoes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Come on. Oh, you know what? Y'all are killing me. Oh my God.
Straight out of Boston. Straight out of Boston.
Man, listen, y'all have just built a pyramid today. I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh, Jamal.
That was awesome. Awesome, Jamal.
Man, I thought I knew you, man.
Yo, J Money, that's raw. It was raw. Bottom line.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, son. Yo, you put your foot in that shit.
Hey, I want to hear from him. Hey, Shelly, what did you hear, baby? What did you hear, Shelly?
I tell you, that piece was so fire. And it spoke from like the soul of a black man and how he feels and what he's going through and the image he got to keep up. And it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal piece. Much respect to you, King. Much respect.
Mums is in here today.
Mums is truly
dictated. Incredible. Central booking to central casting.
Yeah.
From buying myself to being by myself.
Woo!
I love every line was another knife or another turn of that screw that could be self-inflicted pain, but the pain that's coming from all angles externally, white supremacy, excuse me, Earl society. It was.
And Jamal, I want to make a correction. You did not write that today, Jamal. You wrote that about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You put it on paper today.
Yeah.
But that poem was written when you first recognized that you were a black man.
And literally, y'all, if you've seen me, like as I be over here, that's because I got another screen over here. So as I be over here, like as we were talking, I was just like putting off tapping on it. Like this to me, y'all don't know, but like for me, this is like very therapeutic for me. And to me, this reminds me, VCR knows because he be there with me in Boston or whatever. We had a poetry spot up here, the Lizard Lounge, everybody be drinking and whatnot. Open mic is going on. But like I could be off in the side drinking, waiting for the open mic, writing a poem, like, you know, with 30 minutes before we about to go do open mic. So like this challenges me, and I don't know, I get some of my best work freshest, and like I don't know. So give thanks, y'all. But yeah, that and literally, y'all, I feel like I feel something like in my chest, and like that got out. So that was really that was.
Let me make this clear. A lot of people have given me a lot of accolades over the years because the last poets came on with fire. I know what we did. I'm not unaware, and I'm grateful for those moments. But I want to say, I am blessed to have that fire extended. The fucking red flames have turned to blue because you brothers, you and Earl and some of these sisters that we have on this open house by tech beyond special. That would be uplifting. We probably get top billing and have our own fucking TV show. But this is us on the apparatus that we have at our disposal. And the stuff that we're saying is way beyond what anybody could ever write in a script room. I am really very thankful for the work that we've been able to do. And when I hear what Earl has said, and I hear now what you said, Jamal, I realize that I'm just happy to be a part of that particular poet, because poetry is nothing that particular to one particular person or group.
Cutting in and out. Pops, you cutting in and out.
And you know what? The poetry doesn't always come with words, but what we have done with this English language is ridiculous. We've claimed it to express the Africanness in us. That in itself is amazing, because the language was not made for us to get funky and to give us some swag. We have given it swag, and because we are, and who we are is way more important than this silly language. The language is just but we made it mature by putting our brand on it, our hearts in it, and our feelings. Our feelings, all these words are silly. When you in the set of rules, if you go into the you had to get on stage and read your poem. We had a drum named Elijah, God rest his soul. He's hanging out with Mums. He'll probably play behind Mums very shortly. The bottom line is that Elijah, he had a drum. His drum was in a duffel bag and will always be by his side. Wherever he was sitting, his drum wasn't far away. And I went on stage and I read a poem. I thought it was dope. That poem was horrible. He never looked at his duffel bag, because if he had a poem that was good, he would open up the duffel bag and put his hands on the top of the skin just to play. If he didn't play behind your poem, you could throw that shit away. He didn't have no poem. He ain't know nothing about no personifications or metaphors or simile. He ain't know nothing about all that technical stuff. He knew about feelings. And if it didn't feel right, he wasn't working right. I got two young men in my house right now. One is my son and one is my basketball buddy. And he looks out. Both of these folks, the one thing they got in common, they can feel your ass. If they're not feeling you, you gonna catch it. And that's for real. They got antennas come from an academic place. I don't know where the antennas come from, but Evan, my son Evan, has never told me something wrong if his feelings, when his feelings, his shit was on point. And James is the same way. I'm talking about people who've allowed a certain spiritual aspect of their existence to come through them. And I'm a student of, and these are aspects of life that we have to relate to and recognize. And I'm hearing poetry from people I appreciate and love, and the poetry is uplifting, and it's taking me to a higher place. And Nikki, thank you, Nikki. That brother set us off lovely, because it is time for us to flip it. And we're the only people who know how to flip. Remember, we're into a perfectly, we're the children, God damn it. Let's move on. Sister Oshun, I see you in the screen.
How are you?
My
What I wanted to say too is I listened to that brother's poem, and yeah, there's talk and frustration and all the challenges, but there was power in that. Never once did any of that overcome him. There was power in every step he was taking to overcome it and to deal with it. The power was there, and that was what was so strong. I'm sitting here, yeah, he's talking about the challenges, but you can tell that he's going to overcome all of it.
Yes.
And that's love. And that's probably.
You got something to add to that?
What'd you say, Bubba?
You got something to add to that? Come on now.
I got a piece. One thing that frustrates me as a woman is a lot of times brothers get a bad name, and they get a bad name, and the good brothers don't get any recognition. And there are a lot of good brothers. I don't know too many bad brothers, so I don't know where all these other people are popping up from. I really don't. So I wrote this.
But Oshun, you also know that when you bring good, you're gonna get more good than not. So you come with a positive attitude. You got some sisters who come looking to be jilted, looking to be hurt, and so consequently, they set themselves up for misfortune. You don't come with that, and that's a whole nother world. And I realized that when you and Ngoma hooked up, I just thought that's like Osiris and Isis hooking up for real. We're talking about that's it. That's the love that we're supposed to have. And understanding love, recognizing the male energy and the female energy must harmonize together. There's no competition between the two. It's a harmony.
Yeah, we cooperate. So I wrote this poem in response to that, because I know a lot of good men, and they don't get no recognition. And the one thing that really irks me more than anything else is to hear a sister say, "Oh, he's too nice. How the hell can you be too nice?" I don't get it. Anyway,
Story of my life.
This is the poem. It's called "We See You." To all you sons of Shango who love women into their healing, return the radiance to their eyes. Place sister queens on pedestals high enough to see their path open and clear in front of them, who resurrect and deliver the souls of Oya's daughters from the obsidian underworld of nightmares come true. We see you. In homage to all you romantic warriors who chase souls, not skirts, who love the character of a sister, not just the presentation of her beauty, who see the magic of the Oshun goddess in a woman, not just the sway of her hips, who's fascinated by the inner workings of her mind and not just the soft roundness of her body. We see you. For all you kings who father children not of your seed, who love, nourish, support, teach, raise, discipline, strengthen, adore sons and daughters not of your making, who know that fatherhood is a gift. We see you. In honor of all you lions who walk tall and proud in the front door of responsibility and not out the back door of cowardice. To those who revere their ancestors in prayerful libations, who invoke the solution, not just the problem, who speak in one voice and find the high ground where we all can stand. We see you. In respect of you visionary servants, you Ogun men who bring evolution to the next generation in spite of your own pain, who choose cooperation over competition, peace over violence, inclusion over alienation, healing and growth over bitterness, blame, and anger. We see you. In celebration of all you luminaries who do dishes, run a vacuum, dust, sweep the floor, enlighten children during homework, making sure it's understood and it gets done, who massage feet, order takeout or cook dinner, so that you understand that wife, girlfriend, mother, daughter, sister, or aunt are not just other words for maid, slave, servant, and cook. We see you. In recognition of all you celestial men, you sons of Obatala, who are standing in the strength of divinity, who are responsible fathers, good providers, community leaders, quiet guardians, spiritual healers, divine protectors, who are sweet, good, and respectful to all the elder men and women, tender and patient with all the young girls and boys in your life. We see you. To all of you men who are everything a man should be, who feel invisible, you are not. We see you and we love you. Ashe.
Ashe.
Woo! That's,
Yes,
you know what?
Ashe.
That's an affirmation that we need to hear.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Thank you, Oshun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. You see, that's what those are, you know what, you gotta, everybody who read the poem today, please send them into Juanita so we can have it as part of the anthology. This is amazing. And everything that's been said, this is medicine, y'all. This is medicine. This is the kind of stuff that can change the way your day goes, your week goes. Great.
Lady no made me cry, man.
Oshun just capped it off with, hey man, we see you. That's important because a lot of times, what did Ralph Ellison do? He did a whole book called The Invisible Man. Nobody can see us. Black men, it's just like people talk about us having a black president. We didn't have no black president. There was a black maintenance man. They gave him the same job they would have given any of our relatives back in the day. There was a mess, and they gave that brother a mop and a bucket, and he cleaned it up. He did just what he did the same thing Booker T did to go to Oberlin College. He said he wanted to go to the school. He had no money, and they said, well, what you gonna do? You got to pay. He said, well, I can do anything. I can work. He said, well, clean my office, and if you do a good job, maybe we'll find something for you to do. He cleaned the office so well. She came back with a white glove and went around the base of the wall and didn't find a speck of dirt. That's how Booker T. Washington ended up going to Oberlin College, because he cleaned that office better than it had ever been cleaned from the beginning. That's what we do. We can clean shit, but we got to start building stuff. That time it is now. Marcus Garvey had that plan to build. He had, I don't know no brother today, with all the money we've made, Star Line, cruise. It wasn't for us to jump on a damn boat and go back to Africa necessarily. It was import, export. If I got a cruise ship, all the resources on the planet are in Africa.
Awesome piece. Awesome piece, sister.
Plus my screen, I can't.
It's glitching a little bit, Pop, but we're still here.
Yeah, you can
hear? Yeah, we can still hear him and see. It's just glitching a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Pop, you're gonna have Pharaoh spit next, okay?
Hold on, we got people out here making thugs cry and shit. Hold on, we gotta address that, yo. Listen.
No, you can't hear me.
We can hear you, Pop. We can
Hello,
hear you.
y'all can hear?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Pops is asking.
All right. Well, I said, what do you think about that piece?
Yo, I'm over here. I'm in tears, B.
Oh, something's wrong.
I can't even talk.
I know. I see, Jamar. I see you, man, because see, it was a confirmation of what you just said, brother.
You said what?
I love it. I absolutely love it. But that's what this is all about.
Let me just try to get this out. Yo, I had a woman one time, right? Yo, and this woman, like, she touched me like on some massage stuff, right? And she touched a certain section of my whole neck and my back. And I started crying like a baby. And it was because I hadn't been touched in like 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that poem,
y'all can hear?
So like just the whole, so
it's just that Jamal's not showing his picture?
Yeah, because I'm a mess over here. I'm a mess.
Man, you a king. You a king. Stop it, man. You got the world behind you. Look at that, man. Come on, man.
So here go the thing. So what when sis says, like we see you like those who chase souls and not skirts. That shit fucked me up, B. Because the recognition, sister, thank you. And I know, with y'all's recent union and everything is beautiful. But yes, like Abiodun says, that I put in one of my rhymes over. That's cocoa butter rubbed on your slave brand right there. Thank you, sis. Thank you.
Yeah. That's right here.
Hey, if this is not
one thing that we don't realize that unfortunately we have bought into from white people and European culture, we think love is a weakness, and it's not. It's our power. It's our strength. It was our power and our strength and what brought us through slavery. Love of ourselves, love of our family, love of our people. Love is our power. It's our strength.
Yeah, that has to
And she taught me a long time ago. One thing she said to me, and I quote it all the time, I use it in a poem: love and fear can't sleep in the same bed.
Yeah. Hey, when we did the tribute to Pops a couple of weeks back, my son sang that hook. Pops wrote, love is all we need to rise above the flame. When there is no love inside us, life is so insane. I mean, that says it all right there. Love is our power. Love is our superpower. And that's why we are the most sensitive souls on the planet, And so tomorrow, if this is not affirmation that what we're doing on this every other Sunday is not food for our soul. Hello? Check
yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I am grateful.
I dare say that's a good, I guess, but B portion basically to if he's Earl did on the last one. We were here too. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. To the women, that was dope.
So let's keep it moving because I know we ain't got much time. And I want to hear.
Right, exactly. Let's keep it moving. Shelly, did you do something, Shelly?
Shelly.
Yes, I did. I created a new piece.
All right.
Peace and blessings to everybody. Shout out to all the kings. Yes. This piece is called Black Man.
All right.
I wonder what that's about.
The beating of the drums. Density. Heightened intensity. And here they come. Kissed by the sun, Shaka Zulu warrior man. The first footsteps to ever touch down on Earth's creation. Discovered bones bringing forth this manifestation. Black man, a nation within a nation. Features chiseled, intricate, deserving the utmost respect. Black man, the best of the best, and they know this, underrated, hated, yet seeking to be duplicated. Originated, kings, melanated. And on y'all, countless frauds have been perpetrated. We see an educated Black man is a #1 public enemy. Fight the power. Ain't nothing like a Black man's positive energy, a potent source, of course. And when he speaks, his knowledge causes a sister knees to get weak and old and new and book and street schooling, handling his business cool and cooling. Rounds of pounds, but ain't no clowns wearing a crown. Sight on sound, your spirit filled with trumpet sounds. And for those on the outside looking in, see, well, the question is to them, do you really know who you be? That without you, there could be no form of history, and your eyes being a whole mystery. And the mystery of your creativity still has them scratching their heads. For you are the head and not the tail. Above and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower, the cornerstone that the builders rejected, African chief. Placed upon your shoulders so much grief, and too many to count and too many to name, and lungs filled with air letting out your first arrival's cry. Sign unto I, 8 digits in an orange jumpsuit before even giving a government name. Not wanting you to bear, seeking to crush your fruit that's within you, insane and considered weak if you release your pain and misery. Lies, cause if you ain't free, then we ain't free. Black men, it is you that we need. You plant, nourish, and grow seeds. And for you, it ain't always been easy. Animosity, jealousy, hypocrisy, of course, seeks to destroy thee. For you are draped and adorned in jewels of philosophy, consciousness, from the crown of your heads to the soles of your feet, fire baptized in righteousness. Because you withstood the fire, elevating higher, so much character in your content contained, yet you cannot be contained, and even in the hood, your royalty still remains. Being a Black man is not a curse, but a blessed success, and humbled and confident in coat of many colors, well-dressed, confess. Black man, speak words of wisdom over thine self. Be careful what you vow over yourself. Believe in yourselves, for you have the ability to do it all. Why do you think they said kill those who piss up against the wall? And like David, a man after God's own heart, you Black man are and will be the enemy's greatest downfall. No longer vision yourselves on your belly and crawl. Rise up, Black man. Stand tall. For your time has come, hourglass and grains of sand. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Black man.
Ooh, Lord, Shelley.
Yeah.
Woo!
Shay.
Shelley!
Ashe.
Amazing.
Ashe. Oh my God. Shelley.
I just want to get her in the studio. I don't even have a studio, but I just hear it.
Her voice is ridiculous. And you can't make that shit up. That's natural.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Food. It's everything she's saying is food. It's what we
Shelley, what you wrote was special. And I mean, again, it fits with everything we've heard today. And I mean, thank you, Shelley. Thank you.
Thank you for being a Black man.
The truth speaks the loudest. The truth speaks the loudest.
Oh man.
Shelley, when did you write that?
I wrote that last week.
Last week.
All right.
Everything is fresh out the oven. All of these people are fresh out the oven.
Fresh out the oven. Hey, Pharaoh, your brother has something that's not only fresh out the oven, it's too hot to handle. So
Yeah, like that's dope.
So-
Too cold to hold.
So we're gonna. I want to introduce my son who has not participated in this, but he's you know, if we're talking about sons playing the parts of their dads, he's the only one that could fulfill that. You know, so if there was a chance for a flick, then Evan's gonna become a star. Because
every nigga's a star. Every nigga is a star.
Yeah, that's what Earth with the Fire said already. But you know what I mean.
It's fine, Family Stone.
You gonna read your piece, Pop?
Yeah, no, yeah. Evans, I'm gonna let him Evan do his thing. This is his moment. I'm gonna get out of the way and let him come on in. Come on, do your thing.
All right.
Okay. All right then.
There is.
Peace to the world. Gods and earth.
Grand rising, grand rising.
So I got a piece because I was told that the theme is black men.
Yes.
And I got some real shit to say to us.
That's what's up.
You know, and
Got the same cap, so yes, I feel you.
Some may misconstrue it or call it a spanking, but it is what it is. So I want to start off with some sugar, all right? I want y'all to repeat after me. Before I got two pieces, if I can. Can I?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I want y'all to repeat after me for this first piece, all right? We are the sun.
We are the sun.
We are the sun.
Our shine is bright.
Our shine is bright.
We on all day long.
All day long.
And we glow at night.
And we glow at night.
We got rich royal blood.
We got
rich royal blood
flowing through our veins.
Flowing through our veins.
And the glitter of gold.
And the glitter
of gold
still remains.
Still remains.
Solar energy gives us our juice.
Solar energy gives us our juice.
And love naturally gives us a boost.
And love naturally gives us a boost.
To turn the whole world on.
To turn the whole world on.
To our precious light.
To our precious light.
So everyone can see.
So everyone can see
this beautiful sight.
This beautiful sight.
Now when the day is dark.
Now when the day is dark.
And the sun don't shine.
And the sun don't shine.
And a cloudy gray.
And cloudy gray.
Seems to cover your eyes.
Cover your eyes.
Just lift up the shade.
Just lift up the shade.
Wipe your eye.
Wipe your eyes.
The sun is always there.
The sun is
always there.
It's just wearing a disguise.
It's just wearing a disguise.
Wearing a disguise. Just wearing a disguise. Wearing a disguise. Just wearing a disguise. Sun people.
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 We are the sun.
The sun.
All right, that was, you know, it's a little, like, I'm used to doing this virtual shit because I'm a teacher. So the call and response something I appreciate, but it is a little retarded on the whole technical thing. But I appreciate y'all. You know, I just wanted to lead off with some sugar, but like, here's my piece. It's called Black Man, We Got Work to Do. Black men. Listen. That's all. Okay. Black man, we got work to do. We don't want to be confronted with the truth, our responsibility. We have been wronged as a complete stranger walking up and punching you in the face while you weren't looking. Shame on them, but shame on you for not looking, not being aware, not feeling the energy rise against you. And now we no longer love each other, trust each other, love each other, trust each other, love, trust, love us. Trust is love. Love is trust. You can't trust without respect. You can't love without respect. If you do not validate, advocate, promote, or support who I am or who I can be, then you don't respect me. You don't love me. You don't respect me. You don't love me. Black man, we have work to do. So much. We are powerful, magnificent, resilient, diligent, intimate, intricate, and different. Each one of us. I am that walking contradiction of the hate and the love, below and above, the moon and the sun, defendant and judge, contradictions, or is it balance? With or without malice, I pray for the power for us to see a better day. Click, clack, click, clack. A couple of guns just got cocked back, aimed at the back of a man that is black. They seen an attack just because we was at. He had to run fast. They just could have passed, but what fun is that? They smiled and laughed. The driver foot hit the gas. The black man dove in the grass. He tried to run back, but got hit with the blast. This ain't nothing new. Oh, get hit with the broom to numb the pain. Doing what repetitions is supposed to do. That's make you strong. And the rest of it is concentration. Undivided, wild focus and attention. Black man, we got work to do. Again and again, again and again, until you're practicing it, Contradictions, concentration and dedication, concentration and dedication. Black man, we gotta break the trance, get up and stand against the hand of the man that did it again, rather than strike out against fam. They scream cause she got raped. They scream cause he got raped. They gathered and prayed for Lucy's soul to get saved, while family gangbangs making early graves. Black man, we got work to do. Investing in protecting each other, the collections of daughters and sons with foundations of love who can create what no one ever thought of. And that's where I stopped. It was incomplete, actually. Just wanted to give my ode to us. One love. Thank you.
One love.
All right. Yes. I just wanted to step in. Shit.
Black man.
Yes, black man.
You got work to do.
I was going with it. I was hanging on like.
Yes.
Oh man, I love you so much.
We're not seeing it, but Pops is embracing him very much so.
Oh man, we're not talking about somebody at Brandon. This is my son.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so proud. I mean, that's a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry. I was trying to make sure he was call him. Oh wait, there he is.
Maury Povich says, "You are the father."
Here we go.
You heard that?
Good stuff. That's what's up.
Hey, listen, I got another son, and I'm gonna tell you something. If it wasn't for Pharaoh, I don't even know if I'd have a family. Because Pharaoh, no, seriously, Pharaoh is the #1 son. And if I went up to the moon today or tomorrow, the family gonna be together. Because everybody in the family refer to Pharaoh. He is truly the Pharaoh. And I guess it's mainly because he has an unbiased way of looking at things, and I might be a little too opinionated. Okay, whatever. The main thing is that it's a part of the family, and he keeps the family. He's like the crazy glue that holds the shit together. And I really appreciate him so much. And I got to hear from him today after his brother has just kicked him like this. Come on. I mean, because like Evan also respects Pharaoh like all of his siblings, because he knows Pharaoh is not going to lead him astray. He can trust his brother. And I hate to say it, but we got families here, Black families, where the folks don't trust each other. They will kill each other. And they will kill each other. And we got
we in our family we have that set him up. That come on, that's called the beast on.
That's true, on his own brother. Yep. Right? So we got issues that we have to deal with. Yeah. And that's a part of the work. Evan said we got work to do. Yes. You know, a lot of folks are talking reparations, and we were looking for a big stimulus check from the government. That's not reparations. Reparations is repair that which has been broken. Inside of us. And the reparation starts with us. We've got to repair. We have become damaged goods, and we've got to repair. And we can actually do that. We can do that. Yes, we can. That's not an impossible feat. But it takes time and recognition. And recognition, yes. It takes time and recognition, and it also takes some loyalty from yourself and the people that you're in touch with.
Yeah, but you said it. You said it with Pops. I mean, you said it with family. And the concept of family, it doesn't even have to be blood. Who you consider to be family. Like this, we talk about how we flip the script. Right. You know? The word I always use with family, everybody knows is foe, right? And we because FOE for me stands for family over everything.
That's right.
Yeah. And so we often use that. So I'm gonna segue into my piece. My piece is a biography. Actually, it's like I wrote it like an autobiography. I wrote it in the first person.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? This is not even planned. Look at this boy sitting right here. Who's that?
That's Kwame.
That's right there.
And his name is Kwame Ture. And that's just by chance. The piece that I'm about to read is named Kwame Ture. That's crazy. Not planned.
That's my boy Kwame. How you doing, man?
I'm good. And this is about the person that he was named after.
Oh.
All right.
You can't see him now.
Piece is about 6 minutes long, so bear with me. It's autobiography. Tell his life in the first person. All right, you ready? I'm gonna do it with a slight. Trinidadian accent because he's born in Trinidad. And if you ever hear Kwame Ture speak to his own, countrymen, don't.
Okay, good.
All right. Born on the 29th day of June, 1941, under a Caribbean sun, I, the only son born to bring light to my parents and 3 sisters there in Trinidad. Mom and Dad moved to Harlem, USA to prepare a way for us to come. I followed at age 11 and saw heaven in Harlem. There with Black folk had money, style, and a certain type of freedom, where white folk were not around as much and we damn sure didn't need them. Harlem, where my first and real love for my people began, known as Stokely Stanford Carmichael back then. I attended Bronx High School of Science, where I practiced my first act of social defiance. We boycotted a White Castle's fast food store. Until they hire Black employees, we would eat there no more. After graduation, I attended Howard University, historical Black college down in Washington, D.C. As a freshman, I elevated my faith as a freedom fighter. I joined an organization and became a freedom rider. Freedom riders were those of us who would ride desegregated buses and trains through the segregated stations of the South to expose the ugly stain of racism to the 10th degree. Needless to say, we got arrested for just trying to be free. I was officially the youngest freedom rider to be prosecuted, 19 years young with an old soul of African pride deeply rooted. Along with John Lewis, we members of NAG, Nonviolent Action Group, and proud participants of SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, who showed us what to do as we protest, sat in, marched and rode in, all in pursuit of justice. But all we often found was just us. In 1965, I worked with Fannie Lou Hamer down in Mississippi with the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party. We increased the number of Blacks registered to vote overwhelmingly, but the Democratic Convention still denied us the right to vote, unfortunately. 1966, I became the chairman of SNCC. What an accomplishment. And at a march for James Meredith entitled March Against Fear is where I first used the phrase Black Power, saying it loud and clear. Martin Luther King was also a leader at that march. Black Power was a phrase he hadn't used yet, but soon he'd have to start. This became the rallying cry across the nation for Blacks to push for progress and end segregation. Dr. King and I didn't see eye to eye anymore. I had to explore other means, as his dream didn't seem like it was picking up steam. You see, it was a new day, and the youth of our day loved Dr. King, but we saw another way. I considered nonviolence a tactic, not a fundamental principle. And I believed we should arm and protect ourselves, as self-preservation is quite sensible. Well, as you can tell, I was leading SNCC into a different direction. And some of the older Southern members had a different perception. I had done all I could with the civil rights movement in my mind. I had already been arrested for protesting over 30 times. Ooh, it was time for new horizons. And besides, I was really vibing with the new militant radical, ready for battle with revolution as the only solution. I was digging the new Black Panthers and what they were saying. Them niggas seemed like they wasn't playing. So I became an honorary minister for the Black Panther Party in 1968. These brothers were more radical like me, and so we could relate. But then the FBI became obsessed with breaking us up, secretly infiltrating spies, spreading lies to us about us, and we began to lose the strength of trust. Damn that old conniving white man who's always had a devious plan to attack the Black man. Well, then I got married. I married the beautiful and famous South African singer Marion Makeba, who had now lived here in America. But in the midst of the hysteria, things were getting scarier with the FBI and other threats on my life. Learning from Malcolm and Martin, I chose to leave the country along with my wife. We went to West Africa and decided to reside in Guinea, where the great Sekou Touré was an example for many, leading his country to independence from France. And the great Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana did the same by taking a stance. These two men became my mentors and trusted friends. My love for them is forever and has no end. I then decided to change my name in honor of these two men. I traded my slave name for an African name while acknowledging my true origin. No more Stokely Carmichael, just like Muhammad Ali from Cassius Clay. Now my first name, Kwame, last name, Touré. And my new commitment is to Pan-Africanism. The plight to unite Africans everywhere is how I'm living. I, who was born in the Caribbean, raised in Harlem, went to college in segregated South, joined the Southern Civil Rights Movement, evolved into Black Power movement, coined the phrase Black Power, married a famous South African singer, moved to West Africa, changed my name to honor two African liberation leaders, became a proud advocate and activist for the Pan-African movement, ultimately organizing and assisting African nations striving to be free through my organization, AAPRP, all African People's Revolutionary Party until the day of my death. I preach and practice resistance against African unity with my very last breath. Resident of Guinea, my last 30 years on earth, I've been an organizer and revolutionary since birth. I exhibited relentless resistance ever since my existence, and black and proud to be a member of this amazing, resilient African family. Sincerely, Kwame Ture.
Oh my God, Pharaoh. Oh man, he is giving you a standing ovation right now. Oh my God, that was special. Oh, that's, I mean, matter of fact, any word that we try to use to define that is insufficient, to be honest.
It was a biopic. It was a biopic. That was a straight biopic. Like you just, you know, like if they ever do one, that needs to be in it. Period.
It's a lesson. It's a whole course study.
Matter of fact, you know what? You need to know all of this.
Yeah, Kwame. But yo, you should put that on YouTube, right? Yeah. And like you could do some sort of thing where, you know, you could find an animator out there, or just even like clips of every moment in the life that you're speaking of, and you could make a ill ass, damn near just YouTube video slideshow. I mean, that shit is so descriptive. It is like, that's, you know, that's some History Channel, you know,
right?
You know, shit right there in a nugget.
Yeah.
Right.
How long is that whole thing? What is that? 5 minutes?
Like 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. So literally, that's a nice nugget. You gave the whole life story.
Sure did.
Yes.
And nice. Having known Kwame Ture, I know he is in heaven, wherever he's at, he's giving you a standing ovation for that, buddy. Because the brother was full of life, and you cannot check out when you have that much life in you. It's impossible.
And it's crazy. He passed the same year my first son was born. He passed in November. My first son was born that June. So I was like, wow, I would have named him. So I was going to name my second son, I was going to name him Kwame Ture. But Khalid, right? But Khalid was born 2 months after Khalid Muhammad passed away. And I knew Khalid Muhammad. Me and Pops both, we knew him. I see him on 25th Street, talk to him. You know, he was very personable. And so when he passed, I was like, damn. And my wife at the time was like 7 months pregnant. I had to name him Khalid, you know? And then when I had my third son, it was a no-brainer, Kwame Ture. So yeah.
Pharaoh has his version of the KKK in his household. All of his sons' names begin with K.
Yo, when my kids were little, I'd dress them up in black sheets and go scare little white kids.
I believe it.
Listen, y'all. I mean, this has been one of those evenings that you just don't want to stop, because it's been unbelievably rich. I mean, like, what, Mo Clarity, what do you got to say? What do you think about this evening, baby?
Oh gosh, it definitely lived up to the theme. Wadino yet again, one point with this one, with this selection. This was I'm just honored to be here. You speak and say that, Baba, but I'm just in awe. I mean, every week, but definitely this one. Like, I truthfully would have been content if you never called on me at all, and I was just in the cut, you know,
Egypt, I see you, Egypt. Ooh, Egypt. That's my granddaughter. Bro, put her on the camera so we can see her. Come on, let me see you, Egypt. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Egypt, it's not fair. Come on, you're my baby.
She was walking around.
Come on, Egypt. Grandpa needs to see you. I want to hug you.
We're going to get up there this summer.
You are my granddaughter. Look at you. Look like me. Come on, Egypt. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, look at her, Evan. Oh, Egypt, you are gorgeous. I used to look like that when I was your age. Oh my God!
Nails done. What you got your nails done for?
Egypt.
What you got your nails done for?
What's up with the nails, Egypt? You did the nails?
Oh.
Whatever. I can't hear you.
What?
Can't hear you. It look like you
What you
stunting.
say?
Trust the process. Look like you doing a commercial for your mother's clothing line.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Why don't you show that off?
Those nails let they glow on the nails. What's up with that?
Hey, yo, check this out. Y'all see this right here?
Yeah.
And it says peace on this part. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's her brand. She does these bracelets. And she
Egypt? That's her brand. You talking about Egypt? Egypt has a brand.
Here we go.
Well, she need to
Egypt.
get a little more vocal. You need to be able to do a commercial yourself instead of letting your daddy do it. What's wrong with you? You gotta talk. You don't know how to talk no more? You better do your own commercials and stop letting your daddy do it. And you put you advertising your mother's clothing line. Trust the process. Show them one more time. Trust the process. There you go. Trust the process. Heard you.
Yeah.
I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You look good. It's over there somewhere. I ain't got it.
Wait a minute.
VCR, we gotta hear from VCR, Pops.
Yeah, VCR, come on, man.
All
Before
right.
time runs out completely.
Let me make this quick. I'm trying to make this quick. This is written in 2015.
Yeah.
It's called BMW. Make it real quick if I can.
Black man's wish.
Let me clap my hands and stomp my feet and stroll the city streets to a hardcore beat. At a rhythmic pace with certainty on my face, devoid of demands of knowing my place. I won't shuck and jive. I won't slap you five. I fight the good fight just to stay alive. Won't smile in your face and say, yeah, some boss. I came to win and refuse to take a loss at any cost, by any means necessary, with battle adversaries till I'm buried in cemeteries. You're either my friend or foe, either yes or no, because I'm ready to go, plus I'm ready to drop TKO to the most devious opponents, take an Instagram shot and catch this Kodak moment. I walk like a champion, talk like a champion, forget about a minimum, I'm taking it to the maximum. Black man walking in cadence like a soldier, keeping my composure, but revealing my disclosure with a broad nose, thick lips, kinky hair. Folks begin to stare. Do you think I care? I was the king on the throne, your royal majesty, still upholding my stride through several tragedies. You wake up with that look that spells, wait, how could this be? Remember me? The one that was swinging from the tree, broke loose from your noose, refrained from your chain. Yes, a black man walking down memory lane. You stripped my culture, my language, my freedom and pride. White, blonde, blue-eyed, Jesus Christ, you lied. I'm bad, I'm bold, courageous, and brave. Before becoming a slave, you better drag me to my grave. Rather die standing up than living on my knees, begging for a plain job or government cheese? Negro, please. I have more dignity than that. Still walking like a man, and of course I am black. White women, don't equate us as part of our oppression. Your stance of women's rights is just a form of digression. You're actually the counterpart's false clue giver that left me underwater in the Tallahatchie River, but I have first resurfaced from that Jim Crow lakes, laying my feet on the ground and watch America quake. You burnt black-owned businesses like in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I escaped through the carbon monoxide aroma. Every derogatory word, every racial slur, I've done tampered with every melting pot that stirred. I'm a black man walking through, my shoes are torn and my bunions are worn with the dirtiest corns, but I'm still moving forward, look ahead nonstop, won't hope for any overseer or cop. I'm the greatest human being known to mankind, bringing confidence to the dumb, deaf, and blind. I'm a breadwinner, warrior, revolutionary, and educated brother that the whites deem as scary. I made gas masks, traffic lights, not to mention, took a peanut and created all types of inventions. My many skills are aesthetic, adrenaline's kinetic, spoken truths, not pathetic, but unapologetic. From the top of my lungs, I ain't biting my tongue. Pass the knowledge to the youth while they're still young. I'm a black man walking with poise and precision. I'm an African in spite of the lies on television. Pigs would put me in prison in a world of segregation, always stopping me, demanding my identification, straight harassment, leading to a form of brutality. For all the non-believers, I say, welcome to reality. Society goes wrong, but I'm the one to blame. Just a black man walking, yes, we all look the same. You can move a little faster and clutch your purse. And as if the black man today went from bad to worse, I'm a target, the casualty from mothers to grieve. Hands up, don't shoot, and I can't breathe. Snacking iced tea and Skittles, trying to live just a little. Just now fighting for my life at a local hospital. Still a thug to the media, the scum of the earth. Been a ghetto bastard child since the day of my birth. From the womb to the tomb, they expect all the gloom, but I stand like a man, and won't you give me some room? I'm a black man walking in battered and bad, now lazy, unemployed, or a deadbeat dad. Will protect empowering sisters and combat the silly feminists. Those who attempt to break me down is my nemesis. Brothers and sisters, we got each other's back. And for the record, gay and orange is not the new black. Not a state of being cocky, I'm just feeling convinced. Just a black man walking, leaving massive footprints. Thank God for the ancestors watching over me. My body may get pretty damaged, but my mind is free. So no matter the circumstances, the fact remains that I'm a black man walking on a spiritual plane.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God. VCR. Oh my God. Hey, listen. VCR. Oh man.
I think
you
punched Mom just see that picture back there. He's like, that was hot.
Man, that was a Mike Tyson punch.
That was
that's a knockout, brother. Oh, that's outrageous. Oh man. Remember when you and I went to see Mike fight Call the Truth Williams in the Atlantic City?
Yes, sir.
and these sisters looked at me, and Phil had won these tickets because he had listened to some contest on the radio station, and we won tickets, and we had front row seats to see Mike. And these sisters looked at me and Phil. We were looking at Mike walk into the ring. Then we were looking at Call the Truth, and they asked us, and the sister said, "What do you think?" And both my son and I put up one finger to say this fight is not going to last more than one round.
Yeah, you can see it in the dude's eyes. You can see it in Call the Truth. Call the Truth was a lie that night.
That's right. It sure was.
Nah, he was defeated at the announcement. I saw that.
I mean, and VCR, what you did was a 1 round knockout.
Hey,
I mean,
you know who your flow was kind of hip hop on that. You know what I mean? And you know, you put me in mind. I don't know if a lot of people don't give this dude credit. He's not even in the top 20, but he was a beast. Only lasted.
Who is that? Who?
His name is Brother J, but he was the rapper for
X-Clan.
Oh, yeah, X-Clan.
Yes.
He was
in my top 10.
For the X-Clan?
Oh yeah.
He was better than Lumumba and all
I
that.
popped on someone's live just
The red, the black, and the green.
Well, how come Brother J didn't get no fight?
Hey, not for nothing, I'm gonna invite him to the next one.
That was Brother J.
Yeah, do that, Jamal.
Yes.
That's Sonny
Wow,
Carson's
that's
son.
what's up.
The professor, the leader of the group.
I'll piggyback off that.
Sonny
Do the
Carson's
same.
son. He passed away too. The brother.
Yes, he
Was
did.
it Brother
Professor
J?
X, the overseer.
No, not Brother J.
Not Brother J.
Not
Professor
brother
X, the overseer.
Yeah,
Professor X.
Yeah.
And his DJ too, Sugar Shaft.
Sugar Shaft as well. Yeah.
That was Sonny Carson's son. Yeah.
Sonny.
Yeah. Ralph McDeer was actually talking about that.
Hey,
Is Brother J
Paradise too.
around?
Y'all know Paradise, right?
Brother J, right? But Brother J was the lyricist, and that's who his flow
Yeah.
reminded him on that so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was
Yo,
Brother
brother
J.
VCR, are you related to the brother from the Last Poets, Umar?
I know everybody's.
That would be good. That would be
It
nice.
sounds just like him.
Yeah, voice.
Sounds just like
Yeah.
him. His voice like crazy. I've been saying that,
I
brother. I've been
wish.
saying that.
Shoot, I wish.
I mean, just hearing your poetry, it comes with that same intensity that brother come with. You know what I mean? Like Abiodun, like when I finally like listened and took in Last Poets, Abiodun was like the butter smooth, and Umar was to fuck him up. He was going to grab by your neck, kick their ass, and take names. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You know what? I totally agree, because I've always said that the biggest influence in terms of what people see as that revolutionary poetry was Umar's voice. Because see, Umar's daddy was a trumpet player, and Umar didn't play the trumpet. I told him, I said, "You ain't play the trumpet because you are a trumpet." I mean, his voice goes in those octaves, and nobody can do what Umar does. And I always tell him, because Umar's first poem to be in the group was a garbage poem. It was horrible. But because of his delivery, he won the crowd just by, his poem was called Motherfucker. And he said, Huey Newton is a bad motherfucker. Malcolm X was a hell of a motherfucker. And so the way he went up and down, folks loved it. But he didn't say shit, but call all of our leaders motherfuckers. And I told him, I said, you're not doing that motherfucking poem on stage with me, motherfucker. And he never did. But at the same time, I recognized that his delivery was special. Nobody can be Umar but Umar. And that makes him very special. You know?
You got to find out if Umar and your mom's had some secret thing going on VCR.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
When I first saw you, didn't I? I said, yo, you and Umar. Didn't I say that?
No, VCR got a lot of Umar in it. That's for real. And I recognize that right away.
I guess Umar's nickname is 8-Track.
VCR. Well, brother, VCR, you have graced us tonight, and I want to thank you, brother. And I just want to thank everybody because this has been one of those. I mean, I kind of knew, I felt in my heart that this was going to be a special evening, but this has been a whole lot more than I recognized. And for Evan to come here and deal with the reality that we have to take with us when we leave these situations. We have work to do, and we really got to commit ourselves to that. This is a pivotal moment in time. Everything is changing. Mother Nature is acting a fool. I mean, she ain't doing that shit just because she's doing it because it's important to do. This is a changing moment in history. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of devastation. Houses are going to be blown away. There'll be some damn snow in April, probably. I mean, we're going to see some weird shit because that's what time it is. And we have a virus that we ain't never going to get rid of. And then racism is going to rear its ugly head because racism is also a virus and it's going to be here as well. But if any of us are aware, if you use the wisdom that we have been given, we can manage everything. Use your wisdom. Don't count on just what you hear from the medical science. We have wisdom that comes from way before the medical institutions were born. We must rely on that. Talk to your ancestors. Ask your grandmother, your great-grandmother to help you through these days. I don't care if people think you're crazy. Talk to the people that you know who made it possible for you to be here. Give respect. They're not dead. They're just not in your physical presence at the time, but they can hear you. They know you and they care about you. All you got to do is acknowledge their being, their presence, and they will come to you. They will help you. I'm not talking about Ooga Booga or Buddha or Jesus. I'm talking about Uncle Joe and Aunt Mary, all them folks that you knew in your life. Call on them, and they will help you. And you'll be surprised what happens. Like Oshun and Ngoma, they know what I'm talking about. The goons are serious. You got to. And my son Pharaoh, he knows. He's a priest. We have to recognize things that the slave trade could not take away. And we must respect that. What you say?
I was saying,
what you say, Brother Earl?
I was saying, make sure no queens are left behind, man. I think there's a sister too on the chat that haven't spit yet.
Bria.
Where is she?
Bria.
Where Bria?
Bria.
Well, let me hear from LaBria. Come on now. Is she the sister of LaBria?
I see her. Yep, Bria's here.
Ingrid too.
Well, come on, baby.
Want me to speak up, so I got scared, but okay.
Freya.
I named mine Black Man too. I couldn't think of anything. Stellar remnants of supernova, collapsed explosions, onyx oceans harnessing peanut butter cocoa currents, universe in your eyes and not just our smiles that stride, drum line, bass line, damn near anything you say, I want to co-sign. Black man. Did you know I honor you? Not the dreams you sold or the bag you've shown, but I honor you. True brother's keeper, seeker of knowledge, universal teacher. Walking in your genetic encodings when white men tried to deny you it. Society's contrived design aims to keep you from alignment. Plights of glorified struggle, stripping you of your power and refinement. Black man, you have been tried, and I apologize for riding the wave. I apologize for combating your pain with my pain when we are both descended from the slain. When they proceed to turn your good names into bloodstains, then celebrate you with more days. Public executions and seeking justice is useless. They give painted streets and black Muppets while polluting what truth is. I want to love you so deep, you forget this world's against you. So deep, plotting your next move is your only issue. Pouring peace into you amidst all the confusion to where sleep brings dreams woven with fantastic intrusions, forcing you to operate outside the illusion. Black man, your presence is key to your people's future. You indeed are king. Raise fists in unison. 360 degrees for the revolution. This queen has seen starvation and dissolution. So she sees no issue pushing through so that you can push through too, shit. Remember, united we are the solution.
Yes,
yes. Oh, baby, thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you,
That's
Bria. Thank you, Bria.
Yes.
Bless you, Bria. Bless you.
That,
Ride or
that
die.
last line.
That sounds like a ride or die. That sounds like a ride or die poem right there.
Oh man.
Hey, brother
Yes.
Abiodun, can I hit y'all with one before I get up out of here?
Yeah, man. Black man, you black man.
Hey, am I skipping any sisters? Cause even though it's the black man theme, ladies must be first here. You know.
All right.
Yeah. So if
Listen,
any sisters,
man.
Clapping out, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I love everybody. And thank y'all for pouring in to the art and pouring into everybody that was watching, including me today. Thank y'all.
Hey man, I will share that. I will share your piece, man, because that is hot. You got the right flow, the right energy, and the right lyrics, bro. Keep doing that. That's what's up. Appreciate
Out.
that.
If anybody wants it, it's available. It's on every streaming platform. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify, Tidal, all of that.
can you put the link in the chat? Can you put the link of any of that in the chat?
I'm a find it.
Yeah, she did. She did it. Do it again. Juanita, I think, did it.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
I think you did.
I might have missed it. I might have missed it.
I know I got the social media handle.
Love you, Juanita, Eben, Farrah, all y'all.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you, sis.
Nikki, this is one of those ones you got to put in the archives.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go ahead, spit.
Hey, and Goma.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from you, but I mean, you know, we're shutting down, but I hate to like go without you said something.
Well, then let that brother. Yeah, I'm a step aside and I'm gonna respect the elder brother to kick it and drop it.
All right.
The guy whose wife made me cry.
I didn't write this piece for this particular thing, but the theme is cool. I think it'll fit. Y'all can tell me later, all right? This is called I Didn't Want to Write This Poem. I didn't want to write this poem. I'm tired of writing about black men being killed, mostly because death is deaf, illiterate, and never listened anyway. It seems like these bullets just be stalking us, laying in wait like a hunter does his prey. Death be watching too much TV like a high school dropout, thinking that the stereotype is real. Never read our story, just his story. Got amnesia about lynchings, hangings in Mississippi, Emmett Till and crosses burning in the night. Death be confused, thinking wearing a hoodie makes a bullseye on your back automatic, creating static. But white kids wear hoodies too, except death don't do what it do if your eyes are blue. Seemed like Jim Crow's making a comeback. Actually, he never left. Just took a nap in the back room of integration, shut the door and turned out the light, cleaned up a little so he wouldn't smell so bad. Now he's rising like feces in his toilet bowl called America, smelling rotten, passed around like an STD, except everyone knows Jim Crow's been exposed, because if your skin is black, it could get you killed. Wearing a hoodie and a bag of Skittles like Rome, America's burning while the government spittles. But I didn't want to write this poem. It seemed so redundant. Another James Byrd moment. Another black man's death seems so cliche. Another brother to never see the light of the break of day. What more can I say? Maybe it's time to ask more questions. Maybe it's time for another direction. Call Babalawos from 4 directions. Make elbow and pray to Ogun for protection. Like Garvey, it's time to ask, where's the black man's army? Maybe it's time to stop asking for permission to march, hold a system responsible for these crimes instead of using tax dollars for the cops to get paid overtime. Let's hold a rally where we all show up. Outnumber the cops 100 to 1. After it's all, it's more of us than them. Maybe we'll get justice then. Why not call a general strike like in the Bay Area, Egypt, and Paris, France, instead of giving them another chance? Let's come correct. Once the buck stops here, I bet we'll get respect. Why not organize a block watch? Bring video cameras for a killer cop watch. Why not boycott like Montgomery and Birmingham? I bet you then they'll give a damn. Why should we be the only one to swallow the bitter pill? Self-determination plus self-respect plus self-defense all add up to common sense. Damn, I didn't want to write this poem.
Yes, yes.
No, brother, that's why I had to hear from you. That's exactly what I had to hear from you. Thank you, Ngoma. Yes, yes.
That's how you end the day.
Hey, man, that's how you end it. I mean, and everybody that participated today, the 28th of March, Palm Sunday. I mean, this is deep. And we have made our statement to resurrect ourselves. It ain't, see, we are Jesus. Let's recognize who Jesus is.
G is us.
G is us, exactly. And we need to move with that understanding and recognize if you can't see the scars in your palms from being nailed on the cross, recognize those scars are in your mind and you function on that level. Unfortunately, we need to change the way we function and start really functioning from a position of confidence and power, because we have that. We got to believe in ourselves and believe in each other. Surround yourself with people who have integrity and care and appreciate being who they are. And that's important. If you don't have people around you who have confidence in themselves, they'll find a reason to blame you for whatever misfortune takes place. And that's not good. Find people that you can appreciate and appreciate above and beyond everything yourself. Please, that's the mission. Next week, I want to deal with, since we dealt with the black woman, we dealt with the black man, I want us to write about the children, because the children are coming next. And many of us have had children, many of us are thinking about children, many of us have worked with children, and they are the sequel to our story. And I want to hear what we have to say, because the children need to hear from those of us who can think and write and speak. We have to share with them our thoughts. Those thoughts could become pillars for them to guide their lives by. So Juanita, that's my thought for next week. Speaking about the children, because you got children, I got children, and I call my children, I call all y'all the committee, because y'all have made decisions for me that I wouldn't make for myself. Bill had to remind me the other day that it's the committee that caused me to even go to the clinic and get a doctor. I said, fuck a doctor. I wasn't down with that bullshit. And I'm here because I went and took care of business that I need to take care of. So we have to recognize that the children are the ones that catch the baton that has been passed on to the next generation. And we don't want them to be clowns. We want them to be understand their gift and where it came from. So everyone thinking, whether you have a child or not, Let's talk about the children in our next session. Thank you, everybody.